day when Jesus was, when Jesus was, when Jesus was, when Jesus was, He washed my sins away. Oh, happy day, oh, happy day, oh, happy day, oh, happy day. Driving Chronicles woke up to another beautiful day in paradise, a beautiful day on earth. If you don't realize how important and valuable that is, I don't know what to tell you. Right? I don't know what to tell you. Every day that you wake up is a gift from God. I promise to you. Right? It's only when you're on your deathbed. I've been there. That you realize that every breath, every ounce, every day is not guaranteed, and it's a gift. It's not a given. It's a gift. It's truly a gift. And so I'm lucky that I have a great family unit. I come from a family, brothers, sisters, parents, you know, married 39 years, brothers, sisters all together. We're all believers in the faith. We all wear it, you know. So I come from a very tight-knit family, and I married well. Thank God for sending me the wife that He did. She's just so good to me, you know. And early on, I didn't realize it because trauma or life experiences that this person was going to be this good to me. A crazy thing happens is sometimes when you grow up in chaos, right? That chaos becomes normalized in your head. So then you start looking for a partner that resembles your normal. But the reality is, your normal was never normal to begin with. So you have to begin to unpack some of these things, some of these experiences in your life to be free enough to do partnership and marriage well, right? You have to free yourself of your trauma and your experiences to do marriage well, right? Marriage is not marriage is a servant sport. That's what marriage is, right? And people don't realize that. People never forget them. They never forget to check themselves at the door and understand that for a long, great marriage, you both need to serve each other. That's it. That's the secret sauce. So when I sit across the table with other couples and you can see that there's this selfishness at play, you could see, hey, listen, this might have a limited, shelf lifespan, right? But when I see a couple that both are selflessly serving each other, selflessly do in a marriage, you got to do some things you don't want to do, right? You got to also adjust quickly. I came in initially saying, I'm not changing for nobody, right? But if it requires some change, change it, right? If it requires change to serve your partner better or well, make the change, right? It's not about you. It's about your marriage. And for me, we have a blended family. And by blended, I mean, hi, good morning from Sweden. Hi from Sweden, how you doing? We have a blended family. And what that all entails is sometimes we have foster kids, sometimes we have we have adopted kids, and then I have my one bio son with my wife. It's important for you to resemble what a great marriage looks like for them to strive for, right? We're in a healthy situation with each other, right? Just the way I love on my wife on a day-to-day basis. Obviously, she loves it. She needs it. I need it too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm high maintenance. I'm a high maintenance man, meaning I want to be loved up as well, not just because I provide. On a day-to-day, I want to be cared for, right? And she knows that, so she cares for me. She loves on me. But then the kids know it too, right? The kids get to see it. The kids get to absorb, like, hey, listen, daddy don't play about mommy, right? You speak to her with respect. I don't let anything slide. We use what's called spiritual order in our home, in our family, right? And it's God, then it's the spouse, and then it's the kids. And that's healthy for them to see and understand that, hey, listen, this is important to daddy. Mommy's important to daddy, right? I grew up in a home where if you ask my parents to kiss, they get so uncomfortable and they go like, and you're like, whoa, do you guys even like each other? Like, this is hard to watch, right? But they were together, they did love each other, right? But my parents come from survival, and expressing emotions, and being loving in the way that I am with my wife is not their normal, right? So when I started out and I was saying, check your trauma, check yourself at the door before you're able to go into a marriage and to love well, you bring those issues or trauma or your normalcy to the table, and it appears to be normal and it really is not. I'll give you an example. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, I'll give you an example, right? So I grew up accustomed to seeing couples argue and fight, right? I saw my parents fight and argue, and to me, that was my normal, right? So when I met my wife, we didn't have a ton of friction. It was just always easy going, and it set off alarm bells in my head, right? That something is wrong, right? Something's wrong here, right? And it so much so I thought something was wrong that I was going to break up with her, right? So my buddy, thank God for good friends, I called him up and I was telling him, hey, listen, I think I'm going to break up with this with my then girlfriend, which is now my wife. I'm going to break up with her. He goes, why? Tell me what's going on. I was like, it seems fake. This is fake to me, that we don't have the issues, we don't argue, we don't fight, we don't operate like that. And then there was a pause in him and he goes, Sam, some people would pray for what you're talking about. Some people would pray for that, right? And it was like a punch in the face, like, well, maybe I've been looking at this wrong, right? But when you're operating through your normal, which has stress in it, it has friction, it has brokenness, it has trauma in there, and that's my normal. When you actually meet something good, you think like, hey, listen, I gotta go sabotage this, right? But this thought is done unconsciously. It's not a conscious thing that you're doing. Unconsciously, you're operating like, hey, listen, I know we're supposed to fight. And it sounds crazy that I'm talking about this, but that was the reality, right? But that's why it says it's important to have good counsel around you, right? He was good counsel to me. So, when I heard that and it woke me up, I was like, wow, yeah, maybe I've been looking at this wrong. Maybe I need to fix and train my lens to look at this differently, right? And a lot of people haven't trained their lens to know and understand that, hey, listen, I'm coming to the table with baggage. We all got it. We're all living this life together, right? If you're living this life, you got baggage. Period. If you haven't already, hit like and subscribe. So, but once you understand that, hey, listen, I come to the table with baggage, I need to train my lens is what I believe my experiences that I've gone through to come to my belief system of how I think about marriage, how I think about money, how I think about doing family and life with my family and life with people. Does that come with baggage? Absolutely. For the longest time, I had so much baggage because of the way I grew up. And it took me, it's only like 5 years ago. I was 35 and when I went to therapy for the first time. And it was so important for me to go to therapy to realize, like, hey, this is all connected. All of it. My beliefs, my thoughts, my experiences, how I view life, how I view people, the trauma, the undealt with trauma, all of it's connected. And I didn't realize that until I went to therapy. And when I went to therapy for the first time is when I began to gain my freedom from my thoughts, from my experiences, from the things that make me me. But without these things, I wouldn't be me. Right? It's important. But doesn't mean that you need to allow these things to control you. So, back to marriage. Right? I'm lucky that I operate in a great marriage with a great partner that has understanding and that is willing to be selfless on a day-to-day basis. And same here. I mean, anybody that's been around us for any amount of time can really just see how our vibration works together, our energies really come together. There's an ease and flexibility with each other. And there's an ease and flexibility that allows us to parent well, not try to dominate each other. That's not what it's about. Not try to control each other. It's more so, hey, listen, I want to be in a long-standing, loving marriage with you. It's not about me. What do you need? That's the secret sauce to marriage. That's the secret sauce. And it's so good to be around that kind of energy, right? So when I sit at the table with other couples and we talk about marriage and we talk about challenging situations that make it work or not work, it's important for us to understand, like, what was the initial design, right? How was marriage initially designed for us to do with each other? Right? Always want to go to the original, right? Always want to go to the good book. The good book tells us everything that we need to know. Right? It tells us everything that we need to know. So, those are my rants for the day. Okay? I'm grateful to I'm grateful for the day that God has given me. I'm grateful to continue to be around. I'm grateful for the mission work in foster care. I'm grateful for my kids. I'm grateful for the breath in my lungs. I'm grateful for the relationships I have in the community that we continue to build. So outside of that, thank you. Have a great day. Driving Chronicles.